Hi you guys, I'm back in my craft room and I'm going to show you a little video on a craft that I'm doing. I'm trying to attempt to do an aquarium. I grabbed this little mold that I have and it's silicone, which is best for this type since I'm going to be using resin also with it. The little creatures that I did and anemones, starfish are all polymer clay and they were baked in the oven. Just follow directions on those since they're very small. I added glitter and I guess that's what happened to the bottom part. That's why it's cracked. I don't even know what really happened, but I'm assuming that's why the polymer clay cracked. I also did some fish and some seashells, some itty bitty crabs right here, and all of these are going to go into this here. I'm gonna, since this is already baked, everything's baked, I followed the instructions on the packages of the polymer clay, and you should do the same thing. I mean, all ovens are different just depending on how high you set it. And yeah, next thing I'm going to use is the resin, and this is the brand that I use, which is the Envirotex Lite. This right here, you make sure you wear gloves because for some reason I believe it burns your skin. You have to do equal parts, so I use just 2 plastic cups, and I made a line on each one of them where I was going to fill it up. This one right here, I already poured in here. So yeah, as you see in there, there's still a little bit of air bubbles. I'm not wearing gloves just because I ran out. But what you want to do is just mix it until you don't see any streaks in here. I'm not too concerned of the air bubbles because it is an aquarium. My camera doesn't want to focus, sorry. Yeah, so there's very little bubbles in here. But again, like I said, I'm doing an aquarium, so it's more than natural to have bubbles. Next step that I'm going to do is going to pour a little bit of this resin into the silicone mold, and then from there let it set for 12 hours. Then do some fish or a seashell, maybe even a crab, just so I could base it on the bottom first. Then I'm gonna do another layer of resin, let that sit for another 12 hours, then another layer. I mean, it just depends on what you want to put in it, and then how many layers you want to do of either fish or any of your creatures that you might create. Make sure that when you're doing this, again, wear gloves. I'm not doing anything with I'm not touching it a lot, and I'm very careful when I'm stirring or touching the resin not to get any on my skin because it does burn. Also, when you bake this, use a parchment paper instead of aluminum foil because it's very hard to take off of the little creatures. I had to bake it twice. And yeah, so I'll show you the finished product at the end, and I'm gonna do a little maybe video on each step as well included in here. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So you guys have a great day. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I set it the first resin in here. As you can see, there isn't many bubbles, just a couple down this way, and I'm gonna leave them be just because like I said, it's an aquarium, so it doesn't really bother me. If you don't want to leave the bubbles, go ahead and use a straw and blow into it, or a lighter and just flash burn the bubbles out, and those will help you yeah, take out the bubbles. So I'm gonna leave this here for sorry 12 hours. let it set completely, come back, put some fish or some other little creatures that I've made into the mold. Also, you guys, I also want to mention that make sure you cover your resin so that no dust or in my case glitter gets on it, since I have a ton of it in my craft room right now. On how the resin is looking, so I went ahead and I added some fish now, and let me grab this stir stick real quick. Okay, as you can see, it's gonna be pretty hard. I mean, if I tap on it, it has a sticky film in it, but not so much where it sinks. So I'm gonna do a new batch of resin. The second part of the resin that I'm doing. So I already put a layer of resin. I added some fish. This one is set, as you can see, and the fish are underneath. I went ahead and added another fish, crab, and then this fish, and then this one right here, I put a little dab of resin, stuck it to the wall since it's going to be like a mullis, and I went ahead and mixed more resin. Okay, so I'm going to dip it in the mold, just all in there. And what we want to do is make sure you coat everything. Everything is going to be under, I per se, water, like under the resin. So what I'm going to do next is grab my handy lighter. And yeah, so don't leave it on here too long because then your mold might burn. So I'm going to let this sit for another 12 hours. Come back, do a last layer of resin. After that, I'll come back and show you the finished product. I think I overfilled it on this part, but it's very flexible. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut this off with some scissors. So yeah, so I'm going to peel everything off. If you can see from all sides, you'll be able to see the inside of the a little mini aquarium. And I think I'm regretting somehow all those bubbles that I left in there. Yeah, but so there's that part. And then this line right here is a first layer of resin, and I think I left it on there. I let it set for too long, and that's why it has like a division. But yeah, I could definitely see there's another layer, and all these bumps are getting on my nerves. But this is the front part. The top part overall looks very, very cute. So what I probably might do is just go around it real quick and put maybe a, I wanna do it like a blue, or even just leave it like that because it's very pretty from the top part. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut all of this part off. Right here, I could probably just pull it off like this, and maybe go around it with a nail file, make everything smooth. And I'm gonna add on the top part another layer of resin and sort of like dome it out. And he did a very good job. And oh yeah, you guys, if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.